clap real quick so I can sync the audio. Awesome.
Cool.
It's a good clap.
That was a good clap.
Strong one.
Yeah,
Strong.
my brother and I have been practicing high fives for decades. Hello, Intelligent Automation community. We're down here in Orlando, Florida at SS&C Deliver, and today we're going to talk about the roadmap for Blue Prism and Chorus and talk about how we're better together. I have with me Jeff Grisenthwaite and Lou Bachenheimer, and we're going to cover off some of the exciting things coming in the future. So Jeff, obviously Blue Prism was an important acquisition for SS&C. Do you want to take us through some of the things that sort of, your thought process as to why Blue Prism would be an important part of the portfolio?
Yes, so we acquired Blue Prism back in March of this year. I'm very excited about the acquisition, a very strategic one for us. The primary reasons that we thought this would be a good match for SS&C, first of all, we see intelligent automation as very much the future of work. This is transforming businesses today, and the writing is on the wall that this is where organizations are going if they're going to be leaders in their industries. Secondly, we were compelled by the degree to which Blue Prism has been able to operate at scale with organizations. We're talking about deploying serious automations, mission critical type of work, especially in regulated industries where SS&C has traditionally had a focus in financial services and banks, insurance and healthcare. And then thirdly, Blue Prism had this great complement to the intelligent automation technologies that we already had within SS&C. So for those that don't know, we have our Chorus business process management platform. We have our document automation platform to do intelligent document processing. And you combine those with the Blue Prism portfolio, not just world-class RPA, but the other surrounding capabilities like process intelligence and the ability to do no-code machine learning models. This is exciting stuff that we saw that we had this opportunity to bring to market something that's unique. This ability to combine business process management with robotic process automation to be able to transform in the way businesses are automating their operations and reaching that next level of scale that is possible with comprehensive intelligent automation that's seamless and delivered through a single provider. Yeah,
and that end-to-end transformations is really where things are headed to. A lot of the, I hate to use the word low-hanging fruit, everyone's been using that for years, but that's sort of been cleaned up, and we've seen that with a lot of clients. So having access as a partner, I'm speaking here as well, having access to that technology stack now, being able to solve those broader issues is pretty amazing and exciting. So all the cool stuff, yeah.
And I'd say it goes beyond just, the low-hanging fruit, like you're saying, because a lot of folks still don't have the low-hanging fruit automated. It's, they might have low-hanging fruit done from one business unit, if that, but not from others. And what we've done by combining our capabilities is help automate even the low-hanging fruit from everywhere. Because if you think about it, when you start building an automation, assuming you've already done things like either a whiteboarding session or using something like process mining or task mining to identify what to automate, you then still need to build it out and you need to fit it into an overall business process, not just the individual tasks. And that's where the marriage with Chorus BPM really shines. Because, this isn't reinventing the wheel. We're not the first company to combine BPM and RPA. We are the first ones to combine really good BPM and really good RPA, and not just, what was the cheapest I could buy.
Yeah. So Jeff, we've covered why SS&C acquired Blue Prism, and I guess it might help everybody out there to understand sort of what you're thinking next broadly in terms of the strategic goals with intelligent automation.
Absolutely. So our product vision for this combined intelligent automation portfolio is one of an infinite workforce. So the infinite workforce concept is, it's a question of what could organizations do if they were not bounded by resources at all?
Yep.
And that the only thing that's in their way would be the limits of their own imaginations. I mean, this is big stuff, right?
Yeah.
So our intent, first as an organization, our intent is to be the biggest consumer of intelligent automation in the world. Our goal as an organization, SS&C, is going to have more intelligent automation deployed than any other company that's out there. But that's certainly not the limits of our ambition. For existing customers of Blue Prism, we want to provide more value and innovation than they've ever seen before. And so we have an ambitious roadmap that is going to deliver on a more sweeping and comprehensive set of capabilities. And our intent is also to introduce Blue Prism to the 18,000 customers that SS&C is already working with. Many of them at this conference this week, who have been excited to learn just what's possible. There's a lot of education that's still needed in this space where companies don't realize what they can do with AI and machine learning, what they can do with RPA. They don't know what is possible, and their eyes are lighting up when they realize the capabilities that are available for them from SS&C today.
Yeah. Actually, I've noticed that walking the floor and speaking to people at the conference, how new a lot of this stuff is and how exciting it is when when the penny drops and you realize what you can do with it. So,
It's exciting stuff.
yeah, it is. Yeah. Speaking of which, Lou, did you want to take us through some of the more exciting things that are coming up on the roadmap?
Absolutely. I'd say, really, if you think about the why behind what we're doing, you can kind of break it down into a couple areas. First, the number one thing we hear from customers who are already using RPA is they want it to be faster and easier to get automations out there. And the second piece is around they want intelligent automation. They want their automations to be more intelligent and better emulate a human workforce. And the third is around rethinking work altogether. And each of these pieces we're addressing. So with the first piece around automating faster and cheaper, we have all sorts of tools coming out the roadmap to try and get to a point where automation is more automated. Eventually, I know, rocket science here,
You
right?
might have stolen that line from us.
Well, eventually we'd like to get to a point where if you're doing an automation, if you're doing a piece of work and it's repetitive, Jeff over in the COE is going to get a pop-up that says, hey, Zave's doing a repetitive task. Would you like to automate it? He clicks OK and we're done. We're not there yet, but if you look at the pieces we've done recently and the pieces coming up on our roadmap, you'll see we're getting there. We can start with process mining and go through analytics to identify the end-to-end business process. And with our new integration, we can export that directly into Chorus BPM. So that process is modeled. We can take task mining data and export that directly into the Blue Prism studio. So a lot of the work there is done. We're talking about saving anywhere from 40 to 75% of your development time. Then we can use some of our amazing partners like Reveal Group to do some automated best practice and code review with things like Robo Review before moving into exciting roadmap items like Process Validator. That'll do your automated regression testing.
Pretty exciting.
Yeah, especially for things like upgrades. And have some automated monitoring with things like Director that can assign the work to the runtime resources based on SLAs and priorities rather than more ad hoc the way folks have been doing it so far. And all of this can be orchestrated from the BPM solution, kicking off digital workers as needed and humans as needed and monitoring both pieces. And that's the key point here, because if you have a process that's, let's say hypothetically you have 10 steps and the digital workers are doing 3 of them. Humans are doing the other 7. If you're only monitoring the digital workers, things can happen from the human workers that are still going to affect your SLAs. You need to make sure you know what the people are doing through an orchestration piece like BPM so that you can say, we had 5 people out sick this week. If we want to hit month-end close, we're going to need to dynamically add more digital workers to that task to make up lost time. So that first piece is exciting. The second piece, oh my gosh, the intelligent automation solutions that are coming in from SS&C are just huge.
Yeah.
Everything from, enhanced ability to read emails with natural language processing to the ability to dynamically make user interfaces massively improves the customer experience. And I think we already touched on some of the rethinking work piece by, again, looking at the end-to-end business process through that BPM lens and taking its data and feeding it back into predictive analytic pieces.
Yeah. Hang on, what was the line? What was the tag? What tagline do you want me to finish off on? Well, thank you, Lou and Jeff, for joining us today and taking us through some of the really exciting things coming with the technology. And we're looking forward to helping bring it to clients and customers to deliver the future of work. All right, boss, we're done.
Great.
Thanks,
Pricing.
mate. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. You guys are the coolest partner.
Give me a clap real quick and do
Okay,
that
all right.
again.
Not as good as my first clap.
It's pretty good.
90%.
I'll dial it up for the next one.